pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thanks very much. Would you silence your phones, pagers, and other electronics, please? Item number 1, do we have any citizen concerns? Yes, please.
It's going to be a long one, so.
Take your time.
Taylor Goodwin, Taxpayers Research Council. Just going to read a prepared statement we have for you. The TRC urges Woodbury County to seek further clarification from outside legal counsel regarding the legal impact of the 1988 local option sales tax ballot and previous opinions used by this county. We, the TRC, believe the current language is at least unclear and raises questions about the legality of spending local option sales tax funds within incorporated areas. We strongly believe that additional outside legal counsel on this matter will help eliminate the ambiguity in any potential legal action against the county. I know I personally had conversations with many about it. We have a couple lawyers on our board, most of them tax lawyers, so they feel a little clarification would do everyone good on this matter. So we just wanted to put that out there for you. Yes, sir.
We have 2 board members from afar that may or may not be listening and available to ask questions. Mr. Zung or Taylor, do you have any questions for Mr. Goodwin from the TRC?
No, thank you. I just have one question, if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yes.
So, have there been in apps as far as county spending within the incorporated areas, or is it most recently the Expo Center that has raised the issue this time?
Well, TRC's matter, we just found out about it a couple weeks ago when the 1988 ballot was surfaced. And for what I know, I've been told by county staff that's the first time anyone had heard of it. So I think we certainly have issues if it comes out that local option sales tax may have not been able to be used, because I know it was used as far back as the Tyson Event Center, and I'm sure even prior to that. But yes, I would say that the Expo Center is what raised it, simply because that's when it was brought to our attention. So, but yeah, we aren't offering in any sort of opinion right now on whether we believe it was right or wrong to spend it. We just think it's in the interest of us, taxpayers, and the county to seek further on legal opinion on it. So.
Sure. Well, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
What was your statement about first time it was raised, or what?
Oh, so we just learned about this 1988 ballot a few weeks ago. We didn't even know that language existed, I guess. And I know that when I looked back through, I found local option sales tax being used within Sioux City and other cities prior to this proposed Ag Expo Center. And we aren't commenting on that, but we think it's better to get outside counsel to kind of clear that language up.
Did you have access to that opinion, the advice that was given to the board by?
Yes, from 1997.
Christine, yes.
Yes.
And I don't know what is in your records, but I recalled having conversations with representatives from the Tax Research Conference about this issue before.
Okay. No, and I don't know what the longest standing member on my board is. They may have not been there at that time. And I am well aware that I shared that with our lawyers on staff or on our board, and they still thought even those records. From
Yes, that's just an attorney's opinion.
Yes.
But it was, they discussed it with the state auditor's office?
Yes.
Is that right?
Okay. That is good to know. No one brought that to my attention from our end, so I don't know if do you have any clue how long ago that was? I mean, was it right around 1990?
So have you been provided that correspondence?
No.
Okay.
Not between the county and the TRC at that time or the state.
It wasn't with the TRC, but it was with the state.
Okay.
I know.
I have the letter from the lady from '97. I don't know if that was going to the state or if that was an opinion brought here and it was just shared with the state. But I have that letter.
There was a back and forth between
Okay,
Woodbury
no,
County and.
No, I do not have that correspondence.
Okay.
And that would be helpful to have.
We'll provide that too.
I believe I just have the letter that was presented to the then county board.
Okay.
So.
And the problem you have with any law that's ambiguous like this one is you can have six attorneys and they'll all give you a
Right.
different opinion, and that's all they are is an opinion. Even the Attorney General, it's an Attorney General's opinion.
Exactly.
It doesn't clear up the statute.
No.
No. But it's the ballot language that was that question, and it had to do with the, I forget what it was, an apostrophe or a comma or something along the way. Yeah, indented the.
Yeah, the word was shall, and then it split up the two.
Right.
By.
But there was, but I was just curious. So you have not seen.
No,
that,
I've not seen
the back and forth
email
between-
correspondence or however that correspondence was done between the county and the state. No, I.
Okay.
As
All right.
long as it's only a grammar problem, that should be easy.
Right.
But that's all I have. If all the questions are.
Any other questions for Mr. Goodman? Thank you.
Sorry for taking up half of the meeting time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, maybe 2/3.
Item 2, approval of the agenda. I move approval of today's agenda.
Second.
Motion by DeWitt, second by Radig. Any further questions? All those in favor say aye.
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 Was there a fifth one there?
That was Jeremy, I think.
Yeah, I think, I've recorded as 5-0.
Passes by 5-0. Items 3 through 5 constitute a consent agenda of routine action items to be considered by one motion. Items pass unanimously unless a separate vote is requested by a board member. Item 3, approval of the minutes of the July 31st, 2018 meeting. Item 4.
On the minutes of that meeting, last week you declared that the last two items passed by a 3-0 vote, but Matthew Ung was online for that. We just did not hear them. So I recorded those as 4-0 votes, and that's what you're voting on now, if there's no objection to that.
Is there any objection to the none here? How about from those listening from afar?
No.
Was that by Taylor?
That was Taylor.
Okay, I think we're good then.
No objection.
Okay. Item 4, approval of claims. Item 5, Human Resources A, approval of memorandum of personnel transactions. Item B, authorization to initiate hiring process.
I'll move the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Radig, second by Potabom to approve consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those don't have any opposed, passes 5-0. Item 6, reports on committee meetings.
And here.
We have none. Item 7, citizen concerns. Hearing none. Board concerns.
I have one. I got a phone call from the lady from the Woodbury County Freedom Rock, wanting to know when the check's going to be in the mail. And I told her that we only, approve bills once a week, and I don't know if that one's gone through yet or not. And it doesn't sound like, because they said we need something to pay it from. So I guess I'll have to call her back and say we need. I thought since we just voted on it as an agenda item that.
Someone would have to process a claim.
So they have to submit a claim to us?
Either that or the board office could, but
Can we go ahead and run that through then, or, because we voted on it at our meeting?
Can't we just attach some board minutes to it?
yes, we could do that, as long as we have documentation for the reason why, yes.
So could we do that, and then I'll let her know that it'll be
And just,
in the mail?
if I remember right, that's coming out of gaming?
No.
Okay, okay.
Okay. But she was just curious that when the check was going to be there. I don't know, but I'll find out for you.
Right.
I will let her know that then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to approve it at next week's meeting. I'll let her know that. That's all I have.
I have one.
Yes, yes, sir.
Pam Calhoun from the
Oh, that's
Court
right.
Administrator's Office, as they said they appointed another judge, and apparently that's an extra one for this area, so she's looking for office space and a parking space for that judge. We'll have to put him on the waiting list for the parking, but as far as the office space, that'll be up to you folks to find a place for that judge.
Yeah, she did not talk to me about that today. The only other thing I have on a board concern is that we need to, and I know I've talked to Karen or Heather about this previously, but we have to take volunteers, appoint someone for a damages commission. And that has got to do with if property is taken under a eminent domain type of action, that we need to have a commission in place. Last I saw, and I got a letter or something about the statute from Mr. Jennings that said, I think there's 4 panels of 7 people each. And I think right now we're sitting at like 3 people. So we need,
A wee bit short, huh?
we got quite a few. And then speaking with, and forgive me, I don't remember if it's Karen or Heather, but they said that they have advertised for that in the past and gotten no response. Yeah, that was you I was talking to. And so I have been on the phone with a couple of real estate people. I will be on the phone when I figure out who the right person to call is for banking. I noticed that some of it's got to do with real estate agents, brokers, and real estate loan people, that kind of stuff. So I have been trying my best to figure out who to call and talk to on that, but that sounds like an awful lot of people, and I would have to revisit the statute, but it looks like they're on for 3 years, 4 years. But we'll probably have to figure out how to start advertising for that yet again, because it's one of those required commissions that we need to have in place. So that's in progress. Any other board concerns? We are adjourned. Just in case, that makes it more official.
When is the